Hey guys, welcome to episode 20 of the F1 2020 My Team. We are in Mexico today, looking to build on the rather phenomenal P5 yesterday from the from the United States Grand Prix, from the US Grand Prix in Houston at the Circuit of the Americas. We're at the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez, I think it's called, in Mexico today. We're winning our rivalry with Esteban Ocon now. The car is even better than it was even at the US Grand Prix with regards to progress history. We are on paper the 5th best car. We, however, finished 5th in the last Grand Prix. So really looking forward to hopefully backing that up today if we can. Looking to get into 7th in the Constructors and try and chase down those above us in the Drivers, but at least stay where we are. Maybe between now and the end of the season, Nick De Vries might get himself a point, although I'm not too sure. But it's dry practice. We should just blitz through that. It's Austin, not Houston. Sorry, my bad. And the qualifying session is going to be almost entirely wet, so I don't expect to get through to Q3 again in qualifying, but we'll wait and see. But the race hopefully will go well for us. We'll put obviously fresh engine parts in for the race itself, but for practice and getting the, what's the word I'm looking for? Getting the resource points. We can stick the older parts in. 3 Grand Prix to go. Mexico, Brazil, and Abu Dhabi. And then that's Season 1 finished. And we can head into Season 2 with a brand new livery on the car, brand new teammate, and a brand new engine. But we need to make sure that we maximise our profits between now and then by finishing as high as possible in the Constructors. So let's go and do that in Mexico. And I'll see you after practice. So that's all we can really do in practice. 440 resource points of potential, 575. With the fresh parts in, or fresher parts in, we will be quicker than we've gone there. 15.9. We will be quicker than that. Just out of curiosity, so 27 laps on the softs, 36, 46. Okay. There's a big gap between the mediums and the softs. Strategy might be difficult here because I believe we're actually wearing our tyres more than we should be. So it's going to be difficult to make the tyres last here at this Mexican Grand Prix, but hopefully we can still do something in the Grand Prix. But we're going to jump to qualification now, to Q1 to start. We do finish top of that session. Nick up in 12th, which is promising. I'm going to go and put my fresh parts into the car, and hopefully we can be even quicker still. Yeah, so that lap's dead. Where are we going to finish? Are we going to get into Q2? The answer is yes. P13 in the wet. And it should, according to the radio from Jeff, should be drying up, so we may see some dry weather running in Q2. And Nick is through as well. Both Chesnoid Racing cars into Q2. Well done, Nick. Okay, so about 6/10 up. That puts me P6 at the minute, but I'm not sure where that will see us end the session. And actually, I need to not rinse those tyres, because if we do get through to Q3, then I'll start the race on that set. So I do need to make sure that I look after those. So that set of tyres are... Oh, that's the end of quali. Okay, I don't know where we were then. Thanks for the follow, Sasquatch. Welcome to the channel, mate. We finished P6 in the end. P6. So we are through to Q3. And Nick is out, and he will start 14th. Right then, through to Q3. My rival is Esteban Ocon, Tom. For the Mexican Grand Prix, we qualify in 9th. So hopefully we misplaced, or displaced even, Esteban Ocon there. Hopefully we displaced Ocon and qualified. Oh, it was Ricardo. Oh, Ocon out-qualified me by 7/100ths of a second, annoyingly, and I lost about that. I lost about 7/100ths of a second in the final sector, annoyingly. So Ocon's time there was beatable. probably was Lance Stroll as well. We could perhaps have started as high as 7th. We could still, depending on penalties to everybody else, but happy enough with a 9th. There's certainly forwards movement from there.
Do you feel comfortable on the wet, or are you hoping the sun shines tomorrow?
I'm like a postman. Whatever the weather, I deliver. It's going to be a dry race, though.
Let's talk about another team. How do you feel they did today?
Red Bull, not as good as they're capable of, or the effort they put in was, I'll say the effort they put in is above and beyond.
Great. Well, that's everything.
Oh, okay. Just the 2 questions today, was it? Yeah, I'm annoyed that Ocon beat me in quali there by a minimal margin. But unfortunately, it is what it is. Sometimes it goes that way. We are still leading the rivalry, so hopefully we can still win that out. But I will have to finish ahead of him in the race. I will have to finish ahead of him. In the race. Right, let's go and sort our strategy out, and then it's race time. Very much need some points. We'll have a quick see if anyone else has some penalties. We qualified 9th, but where will we start?
Good job yesterday from Valtteri Bottas. The Finn starts from pole position, with Sebastian Vettel starting alongside. Moving on to the rest of
Lewis
the grid,
third, Checo 4th.
Hamilton, Perez, Max Verstappen, and
Sainz, Stroll. We're starting 8th.
And
Means
Alexander Albon, Raikkonen,
who took a
De Vries,
penalty? Nick
Pierre
starts
Gasly,
12th.
and Kvyat, Russell,
Grosjean with a 5-place penalty. Oh, Ricardo with a 15-place grid penalty. Number of people taking grid penalties at the end of the... Wow, Esteban Ocon starts last with a 30-place grid penalty. Yes, thank you, Esteban. That should almost certainly ensure that we finish above him. That was very, very handy indeed. I'll take that. Right, yeah, tyre wear is going to be an issue. I'm going to be forced to go soft, medium, medium, I think. I'm going to be forced to go soft, medium, medium, because I am not going to be fast enough at all, or my tyres will not last long enough to go soft, soft, medium. So I'll go with this one. My tyre wear is going to be the... Yeah, look at that. My own tyre wear adds an extra 4 seconds on. Personalised, it's recommending me to do a soft, medium, medium. So my tyre wear is worse than expected. I don't have a choice, really. Soft, medium, medium, it is. Soft, medium, soft isn't an option. I could try and push the medium, but it depends. It depends how many laps we can do on it. Right, starting 8th then. Decent start on those around us. I'm going to start using the overtake button now. Oh my god, we're getting swamped a little bit. Push myself up through the inside, try and hang it around the outside here and hold on to some positions, and we've held on to 7th and we're ahead of Leclerc in the Ferrari still. That was okay. Does look like we're going to have to do some fuel saving at some point in the Grand Prix, but hopefully not for a little while. That was a bit scrappy.
That's a decent start. Good job.
Oh, they're slow there. Oh, but my back end stepped on me trying to avoid them, and actually, rather than gain a place, I'm going to end up losing a place to Charles Leclerc, who's then got out of the throttle, and we'll have that place back again. Thank you, Charles. He's there on the inside, though. Got to be wary of that. No, we've held on to P7. Bloody hell, that was a bit mental. Okay, so we're holding place for the time being. Charles actually pushed back up now. Charles closed up again. Must have had a brief battle with Lance, and then that was a purple sector 1 apparently. We just put in the fastest first sector of the Grand Prix. Okay, so Charles obviously had a bit. Oh, Carlos again losing his grip, and we're all hunting over the back of Carlos Sainz now. Although we've got Max Verstappen going defensive into this middle sector. But I've got Charles Leclerc all over the back of me.
Okay, some information on Perez. They seem to have an issue.
That's good news. Although Checo is... Yeah, Checo's ahead of us. So Sergio Perez, currently P4, has an issue and will be slightly slower. It should force him back into us, which could be good for the overall outcome of our Grand Prix, although I felt quite slow out of there. My fastest lap of the race, though.
3.6 seconds.
Nick's having a good race. Nick's having a good race. Nearly in the points. Nick's currently P11, I think. Yeah, you can really see how Sergio Perez is falling back into us now. %20 wear on the tyres. Charles is going for it. Give him racing room. Still got the inside line. I just don't want to lose ground on those in front of me, which thankfully we haven't done. I don't mind battling with Charles Leclerc, provided we can stay in touch with the cars in front. And Checo really is right up back with us now. That Racing Point is struggling right now, which is only good news for us in our race. Unfortunately, I think the two in front trying to get past Checo might push us back into Stroll and that other gaggle of cars. Checo is going to bring his teammate back into the picture in a minute. Lance is holding up a number of cars behind him, though, I think. Or was that? Yeah, he is. So Checo's holding some up in one Racing Point, and Lance is doing the other in the other Racing Point. Watch that gap to Lance Stroll that you can see top left. Watch it just drop whilst we sit behind Checo. Carlos Sainz is going for it. And Carlos Sainz is through on Sergio Perez. Hopefully it won't be long before myself and Max are doing the same. Although Perez with DRS and the Mercedes engine is still going to be relatively quick. It's not like he's massively slow. But already the gap to Stroll has gone from 3 seconds to 2.3 seconds. 2.1 even. Just getting stuck behind Checo has gone from potentially really helping improve our race to actually maybe negatively affecting our Grand Prix. No, Charles.
Okay, focus. We need to stay on.
Big lock up from Charles Leclerc there. I'll just nip up the inside there and regain the position. But now look, Lance Stroll has halved the gap almost. And my rear tyres are really starting to complain now.
Gap to teammate behind is 3.8.
Charles will get me here. I will be using the undercut, or trying to. I'll pit on lap 15 or 16, I think. Another yellow flag behind. Everything seems to be okay. Alex Albon is out of the session. Alexander Albon out of the session. That's why there was a yellow flag. Where's the other Red Bull? He's challenging with my teammate. Oh, he's gone for a move and then his engine has blown. His engine blew. And as he's overtaking my teammate, Alex Albon is out. The Red Bull retiring from the Grand Prix. Oh, safety car. Safety. Oh, just as we're past the pits. But we will get the chance to overtake the safety car. Okay. I'm going to pit this lap for mediums. Everyone in the pits. They will probably be able to go on to another set of softs. Indeed they are. I will not have that luxury because of my tyre wear. Thanks for the follow, Go-Kart. Welcome to the channel, mate.
Go now. Right, we have 2 stops left in this strategy. We have 2 stops.
2 stops left. I'm going to try and go 1 stop left. So we're lap 16. We're lap... Yeah, RIP my undercut. We're lap 16. That means there are 55 laps remaining. So I need to do... To make a 2-stop work, I need to do 27 laps on this set of medium tyres. Meaning I have to take these tyres to about lap 44. About lap 44 to make this strategy work. We may still be forced to go onto that set of softs if tyre wear doesn't last. But he's wanting me to stop on lap 35 or 36. And I need to go further than that. We have to remember that we're on the medium tyre, so these are going to be slower but last longer. Green flag racing will happen very soon. Oh, and I got far too greedy on the accelerator pedal. That cost me half a second already.
3.3 seconds.
Right, so we're playing the long game again here. We will be slower than everybody else on track. Excuse me, Pierre. So who hasn't pit? As we've restarted, Kimi hasn't pit. Neither has Lance or my teammate Nick De Vries. Everybody else has pit. Everybody apart from Alex, who obviously retired. So that would move us back into P8. Which is about where we were, wasn't it? P8, P9. So, yeah, we're running a different strategy to everybody else right now. And I don't know how well that's going to go. It will either make our race or it will break our race. And only time will tell. Nick's now pitting. Oh, as are the other two. So, back into P8. Soon to be P9. Maybe. Unless I can hang it around the outside. Oh, I have gone very deep, though. Then have the inside line here. And we held him off. We're still P8. DRS will be back from next lap. So the top 7 will pull away from us now. We're hoping they'll come back to us later in the Grand Prix. When they're running medium tyres. It is very intriguing to see that we're the only team that have gone to, or the only driver that have gone to medium tyres, though. I wonder what Nick put on, actually. What did my teammate put on? Yeah, Nick's put on softs as well. It's annoying, because now he's running last. When he was in a really capable position. Was running 11th, and now, because he chose to pit after the safety car, he's now running stone dead last. So he's lost 10 places. Leclerc's taken Verstappen. Leclerc has taken Verstappen up ahead. And if Gasly and Norris continue to fight, it's going to earn me time on them as well. They'll still probably catch me, but it just lessens the damage that he's done at this stage of the Grand Prix. I really need to figure out how to take that bloody corner.
A new strategy is available on the MFD.
Really? What? Oh, it's offering me what I was planning on doing. Wow. Well, that shows how screwed on our strategy head was. I said I want to take these tyres to about lap 44. It's just offered me that strategy to go medium and avoid a stop. Whether it works by the end of the Grand Prix or not, I don't know. I might have the option still to go on to... Well, I will have the option, but whether it's one that's worth taking to go on to softs again at the end of the Grand Prix, I'm not sure. Another yellow flag behind us. Not sure what for again. I got that all wrong because I was distracted. Another yellow flag. Jeeves still kicking off behind us, isn't it? Daniel Ricciardo's retired. It's Ricciardo that's retired from the session. That's what the yellow flag was for. Engine gone pop, or just a mechanical issue with Daniel Ricciardo's retiring from the Grand Prix. Daniel Ricciardo is now out. Another safety car. Oh my god.
Your Your delta is negative, which means you are too fast. Reduce your pace.
Another safety car for Daniel Ricciardo's stricken car. There's no point pitting again. Or do I dive in the pits for a quick set of softs?
Okay, we can take you this lap.
I'm going to dive in the pits for a quick set of softs. Or not. Or not. Or not. Or not. I'm going to stay out. I'm going to stay out. I'm going to stay out. We are now, by not stopping, we are now winning the race. Stay out, stay out, stay out. We are on worn mediums, but we are now in first.
We're coming up to the safety car now. Do not pass it. You are the leader.
But yeah, I'll stick with the current strategy. So as far as I can make out now then, everybody else, we're all on a one stop from here. They'll have softs that will go to...
Come in. They're now on the soft tyre. Softs on the car behind.
I think I should have pit. I think I should have pit. We could have run a soft set until the very end of the... till when we were going to pit for mediums anyway. I think I should have pit. I'm oh god, pay attention, Ches. I don't know if we've made the right call by not pitting. You reckon it's the right decision? Because they'll be able to go till about when I'm gonna pit on my set of softs. Or sorry, pit for another set of mediums. And then they'll go on to their mediums. I guess effectively, we're on the same strategy as we were previously, as are they now. It's just that, well, now we're all on the same strategy. Now we're all going to go to about lap 44 to 45, 46-ish, and then pit for mediums. So we've effectively just jumped ourselves to the front of the line, and now everybody has one stop left to go for medium tyres. Correct? We've effectively just gone from like 8th or 9th to 1st, and now everybody is on the same strategy. Everybody has one pit stop left. The only thing is, we're on worn mediums, whereas everybody else is on fresh softs. So we are now in control. We are effectively the new safety car. And we're off. Here we go. Time to defend for our absolute lives for as long as possible.
We're at +1 lap of extra fuel. Fuel target +1.
I've got Lewis on the inside. Never mind, we've held him off. I'm going to try and utilise my fuel as best I can now, because we've been able to save an extra lap's worth by sitting behind the safety car, but everybody else being stuck behind me has basically gifted Sebastian Vettel the lead and win, probably, of this Grand Prix. Provided he now doesn't retire, the fact that we're holding everybody else up now means that Seb will probably just disappear into the distance and win this Grand Prix from here. Right, they're going to have DRS now, so they will just blitz past me. Kimi's just pit as well, I think. Kimi Räikkönen into the pits. And now Nick as well.
Nick is in the pits. Nick in the pits.
So that's Lewis up into P2. Don't know if Checo still has an issue with his car. They haven't said that it's been resolved. Checo's going for it. The home crowd will love that. Sergio Perez on the podium currently in Mexico at his home Grand Prix. At least now we can say that we have actually run P1 for a little while. Not for long, mind, but for a little while. Right, so medium tyres, 100 bits from Stillplate there. Ches has a big purple bum. My car has a big purple bum, and we parked it well and truly right in front of both of those McLarens there.
Go, go, go.
Decent stop. Decent stop. 2.4 seconds is okay. Puts us out.
Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound.
P14. Oh, just by Norris, who's pit again. So Norris pit again, and he's gone on to another set of softs. We might stand, if all of the AI run another set of softs, we might stand a great chance of a truly spectacular result today. If the rest of the field do a 4-stop like Lando is, then we might stand the chance of a spectacular result. And a number of other drivers have pitted for a 4th set of softs, which they wouldn't have had the option to do had it not been a wet initial start to quali. A wet Q1 has meant that everyone's got an extra set of softs that they can use. Does mean that Lando's going to get away from me here, but it might mean that we get a bit of a better result than we were looking like we were getting. Or it will open up the opportunity for me to go onto softs right at the very end of the Grand Prix and go for like a fastest lap point or something. As things stand though, we are not making another stop.
Let's use overtake and burn some of this energy.
As things stand, we're not making another stop. We're up to P12 as Gasly now goes on to mediums. So not everybody else is going for that 4-stop. Not everybody else is going for that 4-stop. Let's see, who else is pit for mediums? Sebastian Vettel in front of us is pit for mediums already. He was leading the race, of course. Pierre Gasly, Kevin Magnussen has done the same. So Seb will go to the end. We could go to the end. Gasly will go to the end. And was it Ricciardo, the other one? No, Ricciardo's out, isn't he? Someone else went to mediums as well. Magnussen. He can go to the end. If we have the time available, the tyre available, the fuel available, I may well go for a soft run at the end. Ocon's on to mediums. Verstappen is out of the pits now as well. Sainz too. So we're all now running full position. Going on to another set of softs isn't going to work. I've not got enough of a gap to play with, but we are now fighting full position with those behind us for the rest of the Grand Prix. Currently P8 with a couple more in front of us to pit. Checo, Bottas, Leclerc, and Kimi and Lando all have to pit again. But I don't know how far ahead of me they are, particularly, or in particular, Checo, etc. Though Kimi and Lando aren't, I'm not really bothered about. But it's the others. It's Bottas. It's Lewis. It's Charles Leclerc. It's Sergio Perez. They're the ones I want to know how far ahead of me they are. But probably considerably, considering we pit with Sainz about a second behind us, and he's now 3 seconds behind us. So I've not gained that much. So we're probably looking at maybe a P5 again. Maybe a back-to-back P5s. We can't discount the idea that those that have gone on to mediums now might switch back to softs at the end of the Grand Prix. They might go to the end, but they also might pit again and go to softs for a last gasp dash. We just don't know. I don't imagine so. I think those that have gone to mediums are playing the long game and will try and go to the end, but provided we can keep Kimi and Lando and whoever it was, everyone else is probably going to be too far ahead of me. But provided we can keep Kimi and Lando within a pit stop of us, time-wise, we'll be on for a P6. There you go, Kimi pits now. Those tyres were well and truly dead. He needed rid of those. There you go, Lando's pitting for his medium tyres now. Lando's in. That's us up to P6. And we just need to hold firm. We just need to hold firm. And it'll be a P6 to follow our P5 in the last Grand Prix. So then on to our final lap of the Grand Prix. We've been in P6 for... Charles Leclerc has just taken... No, Bottas just took him back again. Charles Leclerc and Bottas fighting, which means that Sergio Perez will get away from them both in P3. Checo is about to finish on the podium in his home Grand Prix, and Leclerc has held ahead of Bottas. So the Ferrari's taken the Mercedes on the last lap, which means the Racing Point will finish third. Congratulations to Sergio Perez, with a Racing Point will finish on the podium in Mexico, which is a wonderful result for him. We've been in P6 for quite a while now. Quite a while now indeed, but the gaps behind have grown, the gaps in front have grown. Ocon has managed to get himself up to P8 from P22, where he started, but Lewis Hamilton has just won the Mexican Grand Prix. Doesn't mean anything for the championship, of course. Valtteri Bottas won the championship at the end of the last race. It does mean that he'll solidify in second, I believe, unless one of the Ferraris has done it. But Checo has crossed the line, and Sergio Perez will finish P3 and on the podium in Mexico. GG. So after a P5 in America, a P6 in Mexico, Esteban Ocon gets driver of the day as we imagined that he would, but we made the two-stop work. Thank you for the 66 bits. Martin, appreciate that very much indeed. I should really finish 22nd every time, shouldn't I? So I get 2,222 bits from you. But fair play to Sergio Perez for making his strategy work. Lewis first, Seb second, and Checo on the podium for Racing Point. That's huge for them. Huge for the constructors as well. We have closed the gap to Lando to 13 points. 13 points with 2 races to go. 100 bits from Dan as well. Thank you, mate. We've overtaken Alpha Tauri and Alfa Romeo, and we are 7th in the Constructors' Championship. We will not catch Renault, but we will finish 7th, I imagine, barring remarkable proceedings in Brazil and Abu Dhabi, which is going to be huge for us financially moving forward. What did that actually do for Checo in the standings? Didn't do anything for him, and Racing Point are in no man's land as well, but it certainly extends their lead over McLaren. Lando didn't score any... Oh no, where did Lando finish? He scored 2 points, but we got 8. Very pleased with that. The improvements to the car over the past 3 Grand Prix weekends have massively, massively, massively improved our overall outcomes. We will win that rivalry with Esteban Ocon. Very nearly at level 20 with regards to the team acclaim now. $1 million or there or thereabouts added to the budget from sponsors, which will be very, very pleasing to take in indeed. Hopefully...
This week's income from the sponsors has cleared.
Thanks.
And we're making good profit against our running costs.
Now there's 2 weeks until the Brazilian Grand Prix, meaning that that minor engine part for the ERS should hopefully pass between now and the Brazilian Grand Prix. I don't have many resource points to spend right now, and we're saving money. We're saving money for next season. So what we will do, we'll do a big one of that. We'll also do the big team boost as well. And then we'll do the driver promotion filming too. And hopefully it will pass with regards the ERS as well, which I believe it has. Money's going up. Resource points going up slightly. General durability has been added by Renault. So our engine ability is better. And our team acclaim is now gone up to 13. So that's gone very well for us indeed. Team acclaim has gone up. Renault added something here. Renault added, what was it? General durability for something. So that's improved the engine. We got the update for the ERS here. No. There. We could afford... We can't afford anything else in the engine. We could afford the engine power. I'll hold off on engine power because we're not going to need engine power for Brazil. It's a very technical track. Do I save my resource points? I might save my resource points and spend them on front downforce. Although our aero is very good. Our chassis is decent too. The powertrain is good too. It's just durability. So, what to do? Maybe weight distribution. We'll save for weight distribution. That will be the one that we do next. That will be the one that we do next after the practice session in Brazil. But for the time being, we shall head to that Brazilian Grand Prix race weekend. And that will be all for today's YouTube video. Thank you very much for watching. We'll be, or at least I am planning on, at this stage, back on the wheel for Brazil. A track that hopefully will suit me better than Suzuka for the wheel. So fingers crossed we can go well there. And for the second time this season, get points with the wheel. We came 10th, of course, in Zandvoort with the wheel. Didn't have much luck in Canada. We did better at Silverstone, but not as well as I might have liked to have done. And similarly at Suzuka. Really enjoyed driving Suzuka, but didn't do as well as we hoped we would. Weather forecast. Oh, God. I probably won't do it with the wheel then because it's going to be an entirely wet Brazilian Grand Prix. Heavy rain at the start. Development update sees us actually fall behind Alfa Romeo. Fair play to them. And a number of others, actually. Power unit upgrades. No. We're still there in 5th. That was weird. I don't know why it showed me a different form there. We're still above Alfa Romeo. We've taken a step forward with the durability that we've added. That was weird. Never mind. Why has it told us that? Oh, maybe that's just from Singapore to now, but we're actually a lot higher than that. Never mind. Thanks anyway. So, dry in practice, but an entirely wet Grand Prix. An entirely wet Grand Prix. So, if it is fully wet tomorrow, I won't do it with the wheel because I'm not competent enough yet with the wheel in the wet. But we'll wait and see. Maybe it will change when I back out and come back in again after the stream. But for now on the YouTube video, thank you very much for watching. Thumbs up if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Plenty of FIFA content still to come, of course, over the next few weeks. I'll see you next time.